This episode has been a Strategic People's production sponsored by Samaj Music Group. All rights reserved, 2018.
Thanks for tuning in to One Lafayette Radio Music Station podcast, representing the 337, the flatlands of Lafayette, Louisiana. It's your girls, Lane Marie.
And Daisha Nicole.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell for notifications for our up-and-coming shows and to catch up on past episodes on the One Lafayette Radio Music Station. Today's highlights are our topic of the day, how money changes our behavior, 337 What's Trending with Daisha Nicole, quote of the day, best selfie of the day, tip of the day, social hustler of the week, social post of the week, book of the day, and cutest school picture of the day. How you doing today, boo?
I'm doing good. Feeling great.
Great, as usual.
Well, before we jump into today's topics, any artist who's looking for exclusive custom beats from one of Lafayette's own music production teams, Strategic Peoples, be sure to get with them. They have a deal going on right now where you can design your own custom beats for only $30. Limited beat sessions available, so DM us or Strategic Peoples for more details. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We're going to jump right into today's topic. And today's topic is how money changes our behavior.
Yes.
And I think Diddy said it best when he said more money,
more problems.
Yeah. And Juvie, when you broke, you drove. He said, how you say, when you broke, you drove. When you got money, something, you got all kind of places to go. Something like that, he said.
Yep. That stands true, girl.
I believe oftentimes we get so money hungry, we allow it to consume us. And before you know it, that's the most important thing too, is we forget about family, friends, kids, special events that's going on, whether it's a birthday, hell, even Christmas sometimes.
Yep.
And girl, I'm not trying to miss
like
Christmas.
they try to idolize it, you know.
Yeah. And look at me, I'm not trying to miss Christmas. Like Christmas is dead important. Come on out of there. She get it together. No, but I'm saying, like, sometimes, we just Christmas ain't no big deal, but it's a memory that, we create with our kids. Who wants to, be working or doing something and they're missing out on that moment? So that's what I mean when I say Christmas, y'all.
The important times to bond and share moments with your family.
Yeah.
A lot of people may put work ahead of that to go get the coin or the bag, so to speak.
And one thing about that always could be made. Like you can't go back in time and create a memory. You just can't do that. So that's what I mean when I say that. So I feel like it changes problems, like financially or whatever it may be. I think it changes it, but I feel like it also creates new problems.
Right.
It brings new people too.
Yep.
You got family, cousins come from nowhere.
Yep.
Out of nowhere.
Out the woods, girl.
Yes, girl, because they feel like, they supposed to be a part of that.
Right.
It changes the way people see others. They lose compassion. They don't even care. They feel like I'm on top of the world. I don't have to, I don't have to listen to nobody. I don't have to, none of that. But, it changes people. I feel like also it makes people mean for a reason, though. I feel like they become guarded because they don't want to be used,
Right.
And it changes them,
And oftentimes it's not for the good.
No, it's not. Because they feel they're better than you.
Right.
Look, me, girl, we joke about that all the time. I'd be like, you know what? Let me get a lot of money. I'ma pay you to go get my shirt out the room.
Oh, no.
God be messing with my children. I say, God, I'm gonna have so much money. God, I'ma pay you to go use the bathroom for me.
Oh, that's not
sense.
good.
That would just be doing too much. But that's how people start to get. They get a big head.
Mm-hmm.
But someone told me before, whatever you are, money makes you like more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it amplifies you.
Yes. If you're an asshole, you're going to be a bigger asshole.
Right.
If you're a giver, you're going to be a bigger giver. So I'll just say this. For all the people that have money that don't know what to do with it, Just give it to me. I promise I'm gonna do the right thing with it.
And me too. I second that. No, but kind of to piggyback off what you said earlier, for me, I do believe that money only magnifies who we really are as people. If you're a person with a pure heart and enjoy helping people, then having more money will reflect that. It won't necessarily change your behavior in a negative way. I believe it will only amplify your good deeds. You may even want to find people to help, giving back to positive organizations and or sharing your wealth, so to speak, with others. But on the flip side of things, if you're a selfish, nasty person, again, having more money will reflect that. And you definitely can't hide that bad behavior no matter how hard you try. Just think about this. When someone you know have a little bit more money than they usually do, such as an income tax check or a settlement of some sorts, what's the first thing that's noticed and said by the people who knows them best?
She must have got her taxes,
Mm-hmm.
dog.
They must have got their taxes share, such and such acting different. And all of a sudden they're acting different, meaning, they may not want you around because they're afraid you may ask for something.
Elaine, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I act different. When I get my income tax, God buy all my friends lunch.
That's in a good way though.
All my friends get lunch.
That's
Let me be low
good.
on money. I be like, look, I ain't got enough for that. No, you buying
Right,
your own lunch today.
right,
That's the
right,
one.
right. Or they start acting big shot, or
Mm-hmm.
they isolate themselves so nobody say so nobody, this is the thing, so say no their business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it was cool to be with me every day when you was broke.
Mm-hmm.
That's. Because you was on the needing end of things.
Right.
Money can also affect our moods. And I don't think a lot of people really take notice of that. And we may not even realize it. But I used to be one of those that let money dictate my mood. When I had a lack of money, I would feel bad. I'd worry a lot, stress a lot, and just be grumpy, and I'd isolate myself. And when I had money, I'd be happy and easy to be around. But what I realized is this: money had power over me. And by me chasing money caused all the mood swings. When I decided to only do the things that brought joy into my life and had pure intentions about what it is that I was doing, it's like money started chasing me. It's like money started pouring into my life. I would get inspirations to do something that would provide money, like real estate and other businesses that I did and that I was passionate about. Nowadays, I'm the same all the time, whether I have $100,000 in our bank account or $100 in our bank account. You will never know it because I refuse to be a slave to money again and allow it to have power over my life
Mm-hmm.
and dictate my daily task. Living like that was so miserable. And let me tell you, when you decide to do that, of course, it's fearful, it's uncomfortable, and unnerving because we were always taught to go to school, get a good education, and
Mm-hmm.
get a job. And for me, job means just over broke. But if you change your outlook on money and understand that it's just a tool that we need to live and it's not everything, and start figuring out how to use it for just what it is, yes, we all want nice things: the home, the car, the vacations. But you can't allow that to enslave you by living beyond your means. And when you're not at that level yet, I believe a lot of people get into money troubles because they're prematurely doing things, meaning, not prioritizing and planning when it comes to money.
Mm.
And don't get
Been
it
there.
twisted, you know, people overlook the fact that money is just a bartering tool. It's used to get the things that we need. I believe that there are other forms of money. Thinking about it in this essence, if someone have it upon their heart to buy your family groceries for the week, or pay a bill in your home, or buy you a tank of gas, isn't that money? Whatever the cost was for that tank of gas or groceries just allowed you to save your money. So that's why I'm big on helping when I can, sowing good seeds in the life of others, sharing experiences and knowledge, because you never know how that's going to be repaid back to you. We call it karma, but just know this, and it rings true in my life all the time. If you help enough people get what they want, you will then get all the things that you want. And the beauty behind that is that we none know how or when it will happen, but know that it will. But the caveat to that is you must do it with pure intentions, meaning, not doing it just to get something out of it. and make sure you're serving people in some type of way because it'll bring pleasure to your life. I love being a giver. It does something to my soul.
I got something for that. Can
Yeah.
I can I can
Yeah.
I
Go
jump
ahead,
in?
girl.
You know, one day we were, and I'm only saying this. I'm sorry, Lena. I don't mean to just
Oh,
take
you're
your
good.
thing, but we were at Fizzo's. I love Fizzo's,
Mm-hmm.
and they had this lady. She was about to go to jail. I was like, man, like what's going on, and I'm overhearing the cops, talk about that she was like trying to run off on her little bill. She didn't want to pay her bill. Her bill had ran up to like probably like 100 and something dollars.
Wow.
So they done ate all the food and they was trying to scram.
Mm-hmm.
I see this lady, she's scared, and they're telling her, I'm about to call so and let me call so and no, she's telling the cops, let me call my grandmother. She's gonna come bring the money, so she don't go to jail. So I'm overhearing this. I was like, man, I really want to help. So I'm like, man, I wonder how much is this bill?
Right.
So I end up, long story short, I end up paying for the lady, and the lady, she was like, "Oh my God, ma'am, I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna pay you back." I'm like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. She's like, just follow us when we leave. When I leave, I was like, I'm not really worried about that. Well, I'm saying that to say about your karma.
Mm-hmm.
When I did that for the lady, the waitress in there told me, she does this all the time. You're not gonna get your money
Wow.
back. And I'm like, you know what, ma'am? I don't even care. Like, I just did
That's
it
not the reason
because,
why I did it.
right. I
Yeah.
just did it because I felt
The need to do
right.
it.
And especially when I heard her say she was gonna call her grandmother who was in a hospital bed, like when like hospice company,
Yeah.
apparently that's what was going on. I felt bad, so I just did it. So when I get back after doing something good, I told my kids because my kids was with me. I said, listen, I said, y'all don't tell nobody what I did. I said that's
Mm-hmm.
nobody's business.
Right.
And they didn't. So when I get back home, I got my boyfriend. He had flowers, perfume, maybe a balloon, I'm not sure, in a card.
Aw.
And he had $50 in the card. That was the same amount of money that I
That you
had just
gave.
spent
You
for the
see?
lady to
Wow.
cover her bill because she ended up coming up with like $80 that she was saying she lost or whatever. She
Mm-hmm.
found it quick when she saw help.
Yeah.
So she ended up coming up with that money. So it was $50. I think if I'm not mistaken, the same amount. Right after that, I got a check in the mail.
Unexpectedly.
Yes, for $100.
Wow.
After that, the weekend, I went to Olive Garden, me and my daughter, and they had this man. He was eating with his family. He had fed so many people. It was a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, he said, I love seeing, mothers and daughters, like parents out with their kids doing things. He's like, do you mind? Can we please pay for your food? And I'm
Wow.
like, no. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, yikes. Like, I don't want you to, like, I don't want to take your money. I felt bad.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, no, please, please, please. Like, let me do it. And listen, get you some dessert too. Now, look, Carmen. Yeah, mama, I want some dessert. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
Of
you about
course.
to make me shame.
Yeah, yeah,
But he
yeah.
begged me to do it. So I'm just jumping in to say that sometimes when you
Yeah.
do good, it comes back.
Yeah, I do. And you know what else I do believe? I do believe that sometimes we can hold our own blessing, so to speak. So let's just say for some reason if you would have saw that and you had the urge to do that and you would have ignored that urge,
Yes.
those things that happen after that
Wouldn't have
probably wouldn't
happened.
have even happened.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's why I say you have to do things with pure intentions without no strings attached of getting something back.
Right.
So if you're a person who's always looking for handouts and don't like helping others, I encourage you to start lending a hand and see how it'll affect your mood and behavior and help, you to become a better person overall. And lending a hand doesn't necessarily means money.
Right.
I live my life thinking about how can I serve someone today? How can I add value to someone today? How can I help? If it's me being a listening ear or offering advice, that's also a way of serving others as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
So if you're out there and you're listening, and if this tugs at your heartstrings, that means that it's a notion and a time for you, to make a change.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, change is not always comfortable.
No.
You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable to see things change in your life for the better.
Mhm. And people don't like to be uncomfortable. That's why
No,
they mess up.
exactly. Exactly. You know what they say, you do the same thing all the time and expecting different results. What is that?
Mhm.
Insanity. So just think about that, chew on that for a moment, and we hope that we encourage some people and inspire some people today, you know, to make a change for the better. and stop letting money control who you are. You have the power over money and not the other way around. Well, that's the end of this segment. We hope you enjoyed it. Up next, we have 337, What's Trending with Deja Nicole. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick music break. We have a song from Default called Through My Eyes. Stay tuned. Default beats. Through my eyes, through my eyes, people are fighting. Yes, they fight. Children are dying. Children die. Parents are crying. And I can see it all through my eyes. This is how I see the world through my eyes. So just follow me through my eyes. Through my eyes. Just follow me. The country's so divided. People black and white. Some people still deny it. But the children see it all through my eyes. This is how I see the world through my eyes. So just follow me through my eyes. Thanks for tuning back in from the music break. We hope you enjoyed that song again. That's by Default called Through My Eyes, guys. You can follow him on Instagram at Studio510. Now it's time for 337 What's Trending with Daisha Nicole. What you have for us today, girl?
What I have today is gun violence.
Yes.
I think that's trending big time, not even around here, everywhere.
Just in general.
Yes, that's definitely trending. Gun violence. Put the guns down.
Yes.
You know what else with gun violence too? The school shootings. They like
Yeah.
to copycat that. I hate that. It
Mhm.
seemed like when one school shooting,
Another one follows not long
yes,
after. Yeah.
yes. So the gun violence. Let's go back to when we used to walk up to each other and put that stick
On that
on the
shoulder.
shoulder.
Okay. Don't cross that line now.
Yeah,
You know,
let's go back to that when we lived to
to
fight
fight
another
another day. You
day.
might have got beat or embarrassed, but guess what?
Put that pride in that back pocket and keep it pushing.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the what's trending, the gun violence. Put them down.
And I
Put it
think
down.
I think it's a generational thing. I think it's like those young kids. That's the thing. Like,
Yes.
man, like they're scared to get a butt
Yeah,
beaten.
they don't want to feel played.
You know?
So I'm gonna get you this way.
Yeah, like come on,
Now you
guys.
gone. You gone for the
And
rest of your
if
life.
you have a beef, and those beefs don't even be real
Small.
beefs, like talking about it, like
And you know it's bad? Sometimes it be friends. It be
yes,
friends killing friends.
yes. I mean, if you're younger and you're listening and you're out there, before you make a decision, a permanent decision at that, to either
Mm-hmm.
take somebody's life or be a part of taking somebody's life, or you maybe even thinking about taking your own life. Think about your family. Like, stop being selfish for a moment, because I do believe that a lot of it is not a thought out thing, and a
Right.
lot of it is being selfish. So think about your mama, think about your family, your grandmother. Like, just think about things in that essence. Like, how would they feel? Put yourself in their shoe. If
Right.
you have kids or don't have kids, think about if you were the parent on the receiving end of finding your child dead, or you was the cause
Mm-hmm.
of it. Because when somebody gets shot, get murdered, it destroys not just that family of the deceased victim, both families are destroyed, because
Right.
now another life is lost to the system.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to encourage all the young people out there, or just people who's what caught up in that world, just think for a moment because a thought out moment can change a lifetime of disaster,
Right.
you know? So that's what I have to say about that. Think.
Yeah, and once you do, there's nothing you could do. You can't take it back.
Yeah,
You
just
kill
think.
somebody, you can't take that back.
Right. It's permanent.
Yeah. So that's what's trending, the gun violence. Put them
Yeah.
down. Pick that stick up. Pick that fist up. Do your round.
Mm-hmm. And call it a day. Shake
Yeah,
hands like a man.
that's it. And go home. All right. Anywho, we have the cutest school picture. And it goes to my girl, Mrs. Glover. Her daughter was so beautiful this
Oh,
morning. When she posted the picture,
a little
it
cutie
grabbed my
patootie
attention. Yes.
with all
So,
that beautiful curly hair.
mm-hmm.
So cute.
Yes. So she grabbed my attention. So I had to screenshot it and steal it
Mm-hmm.
and use her for our cutest school picture. Also, we have Melanie Broussard. Her picture also stood out. I was like, gosh, Melanie, you're gorgeous. Let
Yes.
me steal yours too. So,
Beautiful skin. Beautiful. You
girl, she
can
got her little thing. Dang, what you call it? Give you a little shout out real quick. Limelight, I think. Y'all can follow her and find that out. Y'all can follow her at
Mela
Mela
Bella
Mela
doll
Bella doll. That's the
on
one. I think
Instagram.
she got a little cosmetic thingy, facial thingy she be doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, shout out to you, beautiful, on both the cutest school picture and the best selfie. And now for the social hustler of the week. This week it goes to Elisa Boudreaux Alex, y'all. She's the owner of Everything's Elite, an event rental boutique, y'all. She has everything to make your special day poppin'. She provides event furniture, linen and chair covers, backdrops, and personalized items, florals, plus more. Y'all, she did my t-shirts for me and my entourage when we renewed our wedding vows. And it was really nice. And a year and a half later, guess what? My shirt still looks brand new.
Ow.
So be sure to get with Elisa, y'all. She's gonna hook y'all up. Her shop is located in historic Grand Coteau. You can call her at 337-693-4676. And you can find her on Facebook at Elisa Boudreaux Alex.
Yay. So I want to add a social hustler of the week.
Uh-huh.
And I want to make my social hustler of the week. I'm going to make my social hustler of the week you, Elena.
What?
Yes, girl. You didn't know I was doing that,
No,
huh?
that came out of nowhere. Whoop
I
whoop.
was just thinking, let me tell you why, because I was just thinking, I've been kind of sitting down thinking about that. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? I feel like Elena needs social hustler of the week also. So we're
Wow.
going to have two females.
I'm touched.
Why? Because I feel like she ain't scared to do nothing. She just be trying everything.
I ain't never
You pull
scared.
you pulled me in. You pulled me in for remember the little insurance thing we was
I
doing?
did.
You pulled me in for that. I didn't follow through with it. I was scared for some reason. It's like I wanted to do it, but I was
She
like,
was scared to
what if that
jump.
not really that. I was scared. I was like, what if that's a scam? Come to find out that's not. It's really not. That's something it's been
Yeah.
going.
Yeah,
People
yeah, yeah.
people are making money with that, but I was kind
Mm-hmm.
of scared. I was just set in my own little way and scared to take a chance. So she pulled me in on that. She also you was trying to pull me in on another little deal you was doing. It was selling certain things, all kind of things you was selling at the time. Remember that?
Girl, I did so many
It
things.
was like it was something with furniture.
Oh, that was Team National.
You
Yeah.
was trying to get me on now. You was like, come on, girl. And she'd be so motivated. I'd be like, Elena
Yeah.
into everything. She was motivated with her. She's motivated with her real estate girl. She'd be trying to find me
But I
some
must say, everything that I did do, I always made money from. I never lost.
good. See, I'd be scared.
Never lost.
I wish I wasn't scared. She be, hustling with her real estate. I'd be bothering her with some property and stuff. I'd be trying to get for my little business,
We
but
gonna
that's
get it
another
going,
story.
girl.
She be doing that. She was, hands on with the Samaj thing when that was popping, which is about to be popping again.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give her mine too. I'm gonna do social. Oh Lord, child, my words. My hustler, social hustler is gonna go to her. And because the main thing too is when she started this podcast, it was her idea. And she called me and she was like, hey, what you think about doing this podcast with me? I was like, me? I was like, why you want me? me.
Because
In
you
my
can
mind,
do it.
I was like, why you want me? I was like, you know what? I said, okay, Elaine, I'm on the phone. I'm scared. I'm like, okay, I guess we can. When you want to do it? Well, when as soon as possible. I was like, okay. And I said, I thought it was funny because I wanted to do something like that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get me and my friends together and we're gonna do something like just go live and just
Mm-hmm.
start talking about different things. That was just a thought. I also had a thought about wanting to do radio, but that was just a thought. Me
Mm-hmm.
being scary, not wanting to do it. I just didn't go through with it. So when she called me and she was like, "Hey, you want to do like the podcast?" I was like, well, okay, I guess." I was unsure about that too.
I
God,
heard the uncertainty in your
yeah,
voice.
I was like, I still, girl, I be uncertain still doing it, but it's so much fun. We have such a good time. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna make her my
Oh, well, I'm
social
honored.
hustler of the week.
I'm so
Yay!
honored. I appreciate you. Woo! Okay. That came from nowhere, y'all. Thanks for tooting my horn.
You're welcome, girl. Well, our social post of the week is gonna go to keys_easy on Instagram. Don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life.
Wow.
I love it.
That speaks volumes.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, they get stuck in the past. They get stuck in a moment and they can't progress in life. Whether it's a mind thing, like a lot of people is stuck in traditions
Mm-hmm.
and they think that things have to go a certain way
Yes.
and you can't change certain things. And it's basically a prison of the mind,
Right.
you know, or maybe something tragic happened in their lives that alters something and they're just stuck in that moment and they can't move forward. And then when you look, years and pass and they never grew as a person. And so, I encourage anybody who is going through something like that and you seem to can't get unstuck, so to
Right.
speak,
Right.
from something that might have happened in your life or if you stuck on traditions. I encourage you to broaden your perspective, read a book, journal, travel, do something to unlock that mind of yours.
Try new things.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to live. Girl, you know my bucket list is to go on a nude beach. I'm gonna get there one day. I'm gonna get there.
You go, girl. Well, this is where we want to hear from you. What do you see trending in the 337? What topics do you think we should talk about? And who's your social hustlers of the week? Whether it's business, social media, healthy living, fashion, music, culture, or style, lend us your opinion so we can talk about it in our up and coming shows. Go to our Instagram page at One Lafayette Radio Music Station and drop us your thoughts under the post title 337 What's Trending. And be sure to look for us on Facebook at One Lafayette Radio Music Station. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at One Lafayette Radio Music Station and subscribe on YouTube at One Lafayette Radio Music Station to get updated info on what's up and coming. Artists, this is where we want to hear from you and it's your time to shine. We are looking for original music from artists in the 337 and surrounding areas. If you have positive music, meaning no songs about killings, shootings, or talking down on male or females, we like to keep it positive. We want to hear from you. To get your music on our up and coming show, please send us an MP3 file. Make sure it's the radio versions with your artist name, artwork, and social links to that's the number one, Lafayette Radio Music Station at gmail.com to be featured on our up and coming shows.
If your family member or friends has a business doing music or some type of entrepreneur venture, as long as it's legal, moral, and ethical, let us know so we can give them a community support shout out. I can't stress this enough. Please support, support, support. That's the only way a change is going to happen within our community. Everyone mentioned in today's show will have their names and social links attached at the end of the podcast, so be sure to watch out for that.
And now it's time for the book of the day. The book of the day that I chose is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. You can find this book just about anywhere. I purchased this book, I believe, at Barnes and Nobles. Yeah, that's where I got it from. But this book helped me to understand how to grow money and understand how to use money to my benefits, such as investing and liabilities versus assets. It helps you understand the overall method and the psychology behind money, and it encourages healthy money habits. So, if you're in need of learning how to prioritize money, this is definitely a great book to start with. And the tip of the day is money is currency. It's made to flow like energy. Change your negative thoughts about money, and it will flow positive into your life. This was from my honey. He quoted it. He tells me this all the time.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he did. And now for the quote of the day. What we really want to do is what we are really meant to do. When we do what we are meant to do, money comes to us. Doors open for us. We feel useful, and the work we do feels like play to us.
Mm,
By Julia Cameron.
yeah,
Yes, I live by that. And that's why I feel like I'm so fulfilled.
that's awesome. Yeah, I felt that when you said that too.
Yes.
I want to tell our listeners too. Um, Anybody that's trying to grow money, Elena is gonna help you out with that. All you're gonna need is the dirt in the backyard. We're gonna get it popping. We gonna plant that shit.
That's a good one. Oh, my grow money class, y'all.
Coming soon.
Coming
I just told
soon.
y'all she be having all kind of tricks.
You got to get that special dirt. We'll get it to y'all on a special discount using code special dirt, 25%
We gonna
off.
be selling the dirt like that man be selling that little cloth on BET. I think
Yeah.
that's BET.
Oh my God. Well, y'all. Well, y'all, that concludes episode 7 of our show. It's been super fun. Thanks so much for tuning in to One Lafayette Radio Music Station podcast. Once again, it's your girls, Lane Marie.
And Daisha Nicole.
Don't forget to cop that SP King James 725 album if you haven't already. It's available now on all major online stores. Closing us out is Unplugged 3D, called Dope Black Kings. You can find them on Instagram at Unplugged 3D. Peace, love, and gratitude. One Lafayette, we are out.
Peace.
Chains broken, I am free, no longer being a slave. Bills ringing, undertaker rising from the grave. Self-destruction, but I thank the Lord it's me he saved. Got on my knees, hands high, get that mess some praise. Broken down, but still standing, boss skills, but still expanding, grinding hard. It gets demanded, got first, then cause my family. Yeah, if I didn't struggle, couldn't appreciate. I'm custom built this to this shot up for debate. Bills are judging, but I'm pretty sure you can't relate. Pressure built this diamond, so I can't deal with the fade. Had to cut my grass so I could recognize the snakes. Just my view, statement later, take care. Judged by my skin, gotta keep my guard up. Evil white men always trying to scour us. Took a note to protect and serve us all. Treating us like animals, now we screaming up the law. Every day is a struggle, man, it's so cold. Thinking highly of yourselves, but acting so low. Hard working brothers, don't forget one thing. Say it with me, we are all dope black kings. Started from the bottom, now we climbing to the top. Educate, stimulate, it's not all on the block. Fly, young brothers, go and spread your wings. Say it with me, we are all dope black kings. Won't our hands up, cause they can't stand us. Got a gun and bash to make you feel more man than us. Listen, partner, we were all made from the same dust. Now who you praising, cause it show ain't in the God I trust. You see this crown? Respect it, bro. Yeah, you own that badge, but coming at me like a hoe. Be a man, not so aggressive when you speak to me. My actions are reactions to the way you treating me. Our ancestors worked too hard to end this fight. We're bold and beautiful when I fake this, I got it light. Crime has no color, but you're seeing black, not white. Justice for all, guessing you forgot that right. broken nation, broken system, wrong people in big positions, always taking, never giving, more love and less killing. Stand for something or just fall for anything. I'm my brothers, keep it together, we will live like some kings. Every day is a struggle, man, it's so cold. Thinking highly of themselves, but acting so low. Hard working brothers, don't forget one thing. Say it with me, we are all dope black kings. Started from the bottom, now we climbing to the top. Educate, stimulate, it's not all on the block. Fly, young brothers, go and spread your wings. Say it with me, we are all dope black kings. Dope black, dope black, dope black kings. Dope black, dope black, dope black kings. Dope black, dope black, dope black kings. K, you're knowledgeable, invincible, N, you're noble, and G, let them know you a giant.